Hi, this is Maho,
And this is Mustard.
And this is Edwin.
and we're bringing you another audio commentary. This is game 2 out of 5 of Boxerverse Anytime in the 2005 Star League Finals. Another epic match from these two titans of their day, played out in Star League style, and here we're playing Protoss vs Terran on map 815.
Yeah, looking at 815 a bit, we've realised it's probably going to be a bit of an island map, from what we can see.
There's some very advantageous expansions to take because they're obviously protected by coastal cliffs, so the only way to them is through air units or drops, so looks like we'll probably see quite a bit of that kind of play in this map.
Lots of shuttles and dropships, basically. And
I also noticed that low-lying ridges, those low-lying ridges that are so good for Terran because they can still see over there and shoot with the tanks.
Melee can't reach those tanks, but the tanks get all the shots they want as long as you have visibility.
And you can also get the miss penalty if you're just on top of them as well.
yeah, but island maps always force more of a focus on air superiority than ground maps. Like you can't ignore air on an island map.
Whoa, it's getting paused apparently. We didn't expect this.
It looks like it's the commentators or whether
Yeah, it was one of the
the runners
commentators.
pausing it.
um,
And it's anytime called for something. I think maybe it sounds bugging out.
probably having a cry. He's
Well,
facing Boxer.
Yeah,
at
you
bad
cry if you were
times.
against Boxer, right? I'd be like, oh, Boxer.
I'd be crying in
happy.
joy, man. Crying in joy. I'd be like, oh, I'm so happy.
Boxer looks so much more focused. Like he was such a badass back at this time. Like
Yeah.
he knew he was the man.
And, you can see he's in the game, and he's just like, why have
Look
you
at-
told
look
me?
at
it's
Eddie
this
This
Tyler.
would,
He
this
was
would
so
be hell
anxious.
as a player. Can you imagine just being pulled
Yeah.
over and told to stop and you're like, oh, I'm so anxious, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
Can you particularly imagine if it was during like a combat area where it would help the other person like strategize what they do to defend?
Yeah.
Because you have to look at
To
combat.
credit the Star Leagues and stuff, though, I don't think I've ever seen that happen at a critical point in the game. They have generally been pretty good with their rules around pausing and stuff. It doesn't happen that often, and it's heavily penalized when it is.
I've seen it happen actually when Bisu was about to lose, and then like for some reason he lagged out of the game. It was actually.
I remember
It happened
that.
in July too.
Yeah, it almost seemed like he rage quit. It was quite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he still lost in the end, though.
Well,
he
it looks
did
like we're
lose in the
continuing the same game anyway, so at least we won't have to restart here. I don't know. I reckon there's a lot of controversy around that the pausing thing because
It looks like he's called for another pause.
Oh, come
the
on.
PP
I think this is his
showing he wants to pause.
second chance to pause, and no more after that. If Boxer's just like, I'm gonna kill you, fool.
Box is like, come on.
Look how anxious Anytime is compared to Boxer though.
Well, this is a really bad position to be in just before a match, or as a match is starting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Anytime won the first game, so he's trying to go on with the momentum, but having interruptions to that, he wants to stay mentally on top of Boxer.
It doesn't look. You can tell he's not though, just by looking at them.
Yeah.
Boxer looks calm and collected, and Anytime looks like he's really anxious at the moment.
Well, his earphones aren't working. Of course he's anxious.
Is that the problem?
It looks
Yeah,
like
that's-
it because
that's
he was
what-
signaling to his
yeah.
ears. The exciting parts of StarCraft. That guy's getting really into his face, you have to say.
He just
How
wants
you
to
going?
touch Boxer.
Boxer.
Oh, get that nerdy bicep. Yeah.
I love how StarCraft still uses like the super old screens because it looks like crap on LCDs.
Yeah,
It's
CRTs,
like
man, CRTs.
these pro as like computer esports tournaments, and they're using monitors from like 1999.
Credit to StarCraft, high-tech StarCraft lasting 11 years now, is it?
Yeah. I mean, I have an LCD though, and playing StarCraft on it, it looks nowhere near as good as one of the
Yeah.
chunky old screens.
Yeah.
Need some weight behind those babies.
Yeah, you do.
Nah, swing by an internet cafe and pick one up for cheap.
Did they actually sell? Oh yeah, there'd be so many.
Oh,
of
they'd
them
be so
for nothing.
So
Like,
abused, though.
oh, they'd be like $2. I mean, because they take up so much space, and like they're useless if
Yeah.
you've got like a good like 22-inch monitor.
So we apologise for this, avid fans, but, and we're back into the game. I suppose that explains why it was such a long
Yeah.
game before. yeah, that was probably a good 2-minute chunk out of the beginning.
So an eventful 5 minutes to start. The gateway is just up.
Gateway
Standard 5-minute mark. Protoss has got their gateway up, and they're building a
Looking good.
cybernetics core. And the Terran's going mech, unsurprisingly, because I saw a refinery before the barracks.
Yeah,
so he's
no,
got his
Boxer scouted out anytime straight away. I don't think anytime scouted on Boxer, so he's formed off the wall already.
yeah.
Boxer definitely has the upper hand in scouting. He's much better at keeping his scouts alive, and he does it much earlier. And he seems just in general more lucky, like he always gets them quickly. So
That's the thing, eh? Like, there are players like J-Dong and Boxer who are damn good, but sometimes it's almost like being so good makes you lucky.
Yeah.
Like, like J-Dong
Fortune
flukes a
favors
lot
the
of
brave,
stuff.
man.
Yeah,
Fortune
yeah.
favors the brave.
Maybe they're just really good because they hack.
Yeah,
Map hack on.
well, J-Dong's APM is like, what, 400-ish? Like, that's hacking real life.
Yeah.
That's freakish.
He probably has the mind of like Savior as far as strategizing, but
But
much higher.
double
APM.
the APM.
Yeah.
And supposedly, at times when J-Dong's like going nuts, he's been recorded at over 600 APM, which
Yeah,
is 10 actions per second. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's like, you couldn't even tell what was going on
And
the
I think that's
screen.
one of the major reasons Saviour's fallen off the scene.
APM,
He
yeah.
can't keep up with APM.
He's
even
been
like,
around a long time, and
Yeah, yeah.
You know, his
but,
APM was
but
good
like,
for its
even
day.
Boxer in his
But he
prime,
plays
his
with 200.
even Boxer's APM wasn't much higher than 200.
Yeah.
But yeah, like these
He's
days,
struggling too, though, as well.
He is. Like, a lot of the old players aren't doing as well.
It's amazing to see just how
Boxer
quickly
combat, come on.
that element has evolved in StarCraft. You know, a doubling of speed of play and of focus in
That's
just
what I've
2
been
or 3
wondering.
years.
That's what I've been
amazing.
wondering. Like, in the next 10 years, are there going to be kids who've been gaming their entire life who have like 1,000?
I reckon
APM?
we will
Yeah.
beat them. Oh no, yeah, I see what
Well,
you mean.
I'm not that good. I'm not
1,000
100,
No, but like
whatever.
that people keep
I would do
pushing
it.
the limits. Like